You know that feeling, don't you? You pop into the grocery store for, like, just a few things, and suddenly your trolley's overflowing. You look down and think, where did all this come from?
Happens all the time.
Well, you're definitely not alone, and it's certainly not an accident. Today, we're doing a deep dive into supermarket psychology.
And sensory marketing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating stuff.
Absolutely. We want to unpack these, well, subtle and sometimes not so subtle tactics retailers use. We've looked at insights from a retail veteran, someone with over 30 years in the game, plus a lot of research on sensory marketing and consumer behavior studies.
Real deep dives into the human brain, essentially.
Exactly. So our mission for you today is to decode all this so you can walk into any store, more informed, more empowered, spot the tricks, basically.
And what's really fascinating here is just how deliberate it all is. Sensory marketing isn't just like making a store look nice. It's a really sophisticated approach. It targets all 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, taste, to influence how you perceive things, how you judge them, and ultimately what you buy.
Often without you even noticing.
Precisely. It's about crafting this whole experience that guides your decisions, often completely subconsciously.
Okay, let's start right at the beginning then, before you even grab a trolley, right?
Right.
Our sources say the car park, that's the first touch point.
Yeah, the journey starts out there.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Why are they usually so big, so spacious? It kind of makes you feel okay about planning a big shop, doesn't it?
Sets the stage for a larger haul mentally.
And the free parking. It usually has a time limit. Just long enough for a decent shop, maybe grab a coffee.
Keeps you on site longer.
Yeah, but not so long that non-shoppers take all the spots.
Yeah.
And finding a space, especially when it's busy, that can create this subtle pressure.
Like you've invested time, so you need to make it worthwhile.
It's exactly. A bit of scarcity psychology. You feel lucky you got a spot, so you might stay longer, browse more. Plus, the layout itself often guides you past promotions, or maybe a cafe before you even get inside. It's an immediate visual nudge.
And things like parent parking bays, or maybe an on-site petrol station. It's all about reducing stress, keeping you there, easing you into that shopping mindset.
Getting you in the zone.
Yeah, if you connect it to the bigger picture, it's about removing friction right from the start. Make it comfortable, make it easy, subtly extend your stay. You're being primed before you even walk through the door.
Right. So you finally head towards the entrance and you reach for a trolley. Ever notice how the really big ones are everywhere?
Oh, yeah. And the little baskets can be harder to find sometimes.
Exactly. And that's not random. Supermarkets know, and this is staggering, shoppers buy 30 to 40% more with bigger trolleys.
Wow, that much.
Yeah. It's like this visual cue, this empty space you subconsciously want to fill.
A natural tendency to complete the task, fill the container.
Then you step inside into what retailers apparently call the decompression zone. It's designed to slow you right down.
Shift your pace.
You often see fresh flowers, maybe brightly lit fruit and veg. Sometimes they're even misted.
Which looks fresh, but also adds weight if they're sold loose. Little trick there.
Yeah, our source mentioned that. But psychologically, starting with healthy stuff like fruit and veg, it creates a sort of health halo.
Makes you feel good about your choices from the get-go.
Right. And that feeling apparently reduces the guilt you might feel later when you toss in, the biscuits or the crisps.
It absolutely does. So why these specific items first? It's classic implicit priming. Seeing those fresh, healthy things puts you in a positive mood, maybe makes you feel virtuous.
And when you feel good,
you spend more. Studies show that consistently. It sets a positive emotional tone for the whole shop.
Okay, so you're in, feeling good, trolley in hand. Now sight really takes over, doesn't it?
It's the dominant sense in retail, for sure.
And most of us, apparently, instinctively turn right when we enter a store. It's just a common habit.
A known predilection, yeah.
So retailers put high-demand stuff or big promotions right there in that path. Then they make you work for the basics. Milk, eggs, bread.
Always at the back.
Always. It's like this maze. You have to walk past countless other aisles, other products.
Maximizing your exposure, boosting the chance of impulse buys. The longer you're wandering, the more you'll potentially pick up.
And shelf placement eye level is buy level. That's a real thing.
Oh, absolutely fundamental.
The most profitable items, the big brands, they go right at adult eye level. It's easy. Requires no effort.
Less cognitive load. You see it, you grab it.
Cheaper options down below. You have to actively look, bend down.
Make an effort. And for kids' stuff.
Right. Cereals with cartoons, sugary snacks, they're often placed at a child's eye level. Direct line of sight.
Leveraging the infamous pester power. Smart. if a bit manipulative.
And those aisle ends, the gondola ends, prime real estate, people are apparently 30% more likely to buy things displayed there.
Because we associate them with deals, with promotions.
Yeah, but you have to be careful. Sometimes they mix in full-priced items, maybe just with bright packaging, making you think it's on sale.
Sneaky. And cross promotions too. Pasta next to the pasta sauce seems helpful.
And it is convenient, but it's also designed to make you think, oh yeah, I need sauce too, even if you didn't plan on it.
What's also really interesting visually, or rather what's missing visually, is the lack of external distraction.
Ah, right. No windows, no clocks in the main shopping area.
Exactly. It's a tactic borrowed straight from casinos. Creates this immersive bubble, this fantasy zone.
Where you lose track of time.
Precisely. It's not just about saving wall space or keeping perishables cool, though that helps. It's psychological if you don't know how long you've been there.
You don't feel rushed. You might stay longer, spend more.
Keeps you in that less time-conscious, more browsing-focused state.
Okay, so moving beyond sight, sound. Music plays a bigger role than you might think.
Definitely. The tempo is often carefully managed,
Slower music encourages you to browse longer, linger.
which usually correlates with spending more. Yeah.
But during busy times, they might speed it up a bit to kind of subtly encourage people to move along.
It can help with flow, especially near checkouts. Some stores even have their own in-store radio to control this precisely.
And generally, people prefer instrumental music, right? Less distracting than songs with lyrics.
That's what the research suggests. It becomes background ambience. Now, connecting this to the bigger picture, music, or even just carefully curated ambient noise, is a powerful cue. It affects your mood, but crucially, it affects your perception of time. Bland, low-volume sound makes it harder to notice time passing.
Okay, and why is that so important?
Because studies show something really critical happens around the 23-minute mark in a store. You start making more emotional decisions.
Right, and after 40 minutes,
Rational decision-making takes a significant hit. Your cognitive resources are depleted. You're tired, basically.
and highly susceptible to impulse buys.
Exactly. That's when the checkout temptations really get you.
Before we get to the checkout, what about smell? The smell of baking bread
Ah, the classic. Or fresh coffee. It's not accidental.
makes the place feel homely, welcoming.
And stimulates your appetite.
Hmm.
Makes you hungrier, more likely to buy food, maybe more indulgent food.
Pleasant smells can also just make the store feel, fresher, cleaner, brighter.
Creates a positive association, absolutely.
And touch and taste. People like to pick things up, feel them.
Yeah, studies show interacting physically with a product, touching it. Feeling the weight helps evaluate it and improves brand recall. We need that tactile connection.
And free samples. They seem harmless enough.
Oh, they're incredibly effective. Our sources suggest something like 75% of people take a free sample if offered.
Wow.
And it triggers this deep-seated psychological thing called the reciprocity principle. Meaning, you feel a subconscious obligation to give something back because you receive something for free. So you're much more likely to actually buy the product after sampling it.
Right, okay. So we've navigated the senses.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk pricing and label tricks. This is where it gets really clever or maybe cynical, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, the numbers game is huge.
Let's start with charm pricing. Like £3.99 instead of £4. We all see it.
Constantly. It's the left digit effect. Our brains focus heavily on that first number on the left.
So £3.99 feels much closer to £3 than it does to £4.
Exactly. Even though it's just a penny difference, the perceived saving feels way bigger.
And what about signs like, was £10, now £7?
That's anchoring bias. The original higher price, the £10, becomes an anchor in your mind. It makes the current £7 price seem like a fantastic bargain by comparison, even if £7 is, well, just the normal price sometimes. It's all about the framing.
Clever. And the colors, those bright red and yellow labels everywhere.
They're not just for catching your eye, though they do that well. We're conditioned to associate red and yellow with sales, urgency, discounts.
So even if the item's full price, the color itself screams deal.
It can, yeah. It taps into that conditioned response, sometimes bypassing rational thought.
Then you have the multi-buy deals, 3 for £10, buy one, get one free.
Encourages bigger purchases, obviously, offers a perceived saving per item if you buy more.
But it's only really a deal if you actually need 3 of them or if you'll use the free one before it expires.
Right. Often leads to buying more than intended, or waste.
And those signs saying, limit 4 per customer, or while stocks last.
Pure FOMO, fear of missing out. It creates artificial scarcity, implies high demand, makes the item seem more desirable and urgent.
It makes you want to grab it before it's gone.
And we should mention loss leaders, too.
Ah, yeah. Those super cheap deals, often on the front page of the flyer.
Exactly. Things sold below cost or at very little profit. They're not designed to make money on that specific item.
They're just bait.
Pretty much. Bait to get you into the store. The supermarket sacrifices profit on the milk or bread, knowing that once you're inside.
You'll buy plenty of other higher margin stuff to make up for it.
Precisely. Classic strategy.
What about product anchoring?
That's when they place a really expensive version of something next to a mid-priced one, like a 20-pound bottle of olive oil next to a 10-pound bottle.
Makes the 10-pound one look much more reasonable by comparison.
Exactly. The 20 pounds one acts as an anchor, making the 10-pound option seem like a sensible, good value choice, even if 10 pounds is still quite a bit for olive oil.
And packaging. Bigger box always means more product, right?
Huh. Not necessarily. That's packaging deception. Sometimes the box is bigger, but the amount inside isn't proportionally larger.
So you always need to check the actual weight or volume.
Absolutely. And compare unit prices, the price per 100 grams or per liter or per item. That tells you the real value.
Although sometimes even that's tricky. Laws are changing in October to make it clearer. But occasionally smaller packs can be cheaper per unit.
It pays to be vigilant, check carefully. Don't assume bigger is always better value.
And finally, loyalty cards. They give discounts, sure,
But they're really about data collection. They track everything you buy.
which allows them to send you targeted vouchers.
And more importantly, gives them incredibly valuable insights into your habits, which they use to refine all these psychological tactics even further. It's a feedback loop.
Okay, so you've navigated the aisles, survived this sensory onslaught, resisted some of the pricing tricks, and now you face the final challenge, the checkout.
The final gauntlet. And it's one of the most profitable areas per square foot.
Why is that? Because your guard is down by then.
Completely. Remember that 40-minute mark? Your rational brain is tired, your willpower is low.
And that's where they place.
All the impulse buys. Sweets, gum, chocolate bars, crisps, magazines. Cheap, easy to grab, low consideration items.
Last-minute temptations when you're least able to resist.
Exactly. And even your receipt plays a role. It often highlights the savings you made.
Reinforcing that you're a smart shopper, making you feel good about the trip.
And subtly encouraging you to come back again for more bargains.
Wow. So the entire journey, literally from parking the car,
To glancing at your receipt as you leave.
is engineered to nudge you, guide you, and ultimately get you to spend more, often emotionally rather than rationally.
It truly is. The entire store environment is constructed to keep you in that state where impulse and emotion play a bigger and bigger role. It's applied behavioral psychology on a massive scale.
Okay, so hearing all this, it could feel a bit overwhelming, like you're just a puppet, but the point isn't despair, right? It's awareness.
Absolutely. Knowing these tactics is the first step to countering them. It gives you back some control.
So what can you actually do? Our sources had some really practical tips, things you can implement right away.
And they really focus on regaining that cognitive control. For instance, the most basic one. Shop with a plan.
Make a list and stick to it. Don't just wander in hoping for inspiration.
Exactly. It forces intentionality. It combats that maze effect and reduces opportunities for impulse buys.
And choose your tools. If you only need a few things, grab a basket, not that giant trolley. Or maybe no cart at all.
Definitely. It physically limits how much you can buy and fights that subconscious urge to fill the space.
Another big one, compare unit prices. Always.
Yes. This is your direct defense against misleading packaging and ensures you're comparing apples with apples, value-wise. Check the price per 100 gram or per liter.
And maybe the simplest advice, never shop hungry.
Oh, crucial. Those smells of baking bread or roasting chickens are designed to stimulate appetite. If you're already hungry, you're far more susceptible.
You'll end up buying way more food than you planned.
For sure. Also, learn to question the promotions. See a red label. Stop. Ask yourself, do I actually need this specific item right now?
Don't just react to the color or the was now price. Check if it's a genuine need and a genuine deal for you.
Exactly. And always get a receipt. Don't just stuff it in your pocket.
Check it, make sure the discounts were actually applied.
Yes, but also just take a moment to look at what you bought. It's a final chance for a rational check-in. And remember, you can change your mind at the checkout.
Oh, right. Before you pay, you can always say, actually, I don't want this.
You absolutely can. Don't feel pressured to buy something just because it's reached the till.
And finally, know yourself. Maybe using cash instead of a card could help. setting a physical limit.
For some people, that's a very effective strategy. It provides hard feedback on spending. Ultimately, it's about critical thinking in a world full of these subtle nudges.
Understanding them is key.
It's not just about saving a few quid here and there. It's about reclaiming your decision-making autonomy, becoming a more conscious consumer.
So we've covered a lot, from the car park design, through the sensory maze of the aisles, the pricing psychology, right up to the checkout temptations.
It's clear that every single sense is targeted. Every step is considered. Retailers are masters of this game.
They really are. Masters of marketing psychology, using behavioral science against us, in a way. But like we said, knowledge is power.
It absolutely is. Understanding how it works is the first step towards making choices that are truly your own, not just reactions to their carefully laid plans.
So maybe the next time you walk into a supermarket, knowing all this,
Yeah.
just pause for a second. Consider,
Mm.
are these my choices? Or am I just sort of dancing to their tune?
How much of what's in your trolley is really you, and how much is the store?
Something to think about.